is here. We need some noise for this. Is here by way of NYC. Okay. It's a long way. But he been here for a minute, so he know the stamp. You hear me? He know the stamp. You dig? And I'm pretty sure he's my cousin as well. And you'll see the resemblance when I call him up. Make some noise for the poet known as Atlas, ladies and gentlemen.
Remix, whack, juvenile,
Hi. It's my honest belief that everyone spends their entire life waiting to be inspired. Sometimes it takes the death of a loved one who believed in our dreams more than we did. Sometimes it's a very, very lucid dream that we wake up from and we feel like we have an epiphany. Sometimes it's a near-death experience that sort of wakes us up. And sometimes it's this piece. So this is called Nothing. You ever come across somebody who thinks they know everything?
Yeah.
Maybe you went to school with them, maybe you've worked with them, maybe you dated them, maybe you're sitting next to them. Maybe you are one of them. Don't worry. I'm not here assuming I think I know everything. As a matter of fact, I'm here because I'm a self-proclaimed expert when it comes to nothing. I came into the world with nothing, still have most of it left. I'm way too familiar with nothing. See, because I see a complete stranger, I feel compelled to talk to them, but instead I say, I see someone being victimized, I feel like I should do something, but I freeze and do. Knowing the worst thing you can do in any situation is, and nothing scares me more than the idea of having nothing, being nothing, becoming. You see, my parents taught me, fear nothing, and it worked. I'm terrified of it. And I think when it comes down to it, every one of us is a little bit afraid. Afraid that we'll leave nothing behind, nothing to be remembered by. And what's scary is not that fear, but the irony, right? The irony that when you look at how we live on a daily basis, we often choose nothing over anything at an alarming rate and expense, right? Tropical vacations promised for hundreds if not thousands of dollars. You can lay on the sand for days and do. We run up expensive cell phone bills from long conversations about. We take to social media, right? My heart goes out to, my thoughts and prayers are with. But when it comes down to it, what do we actually offer people in need, in pain? Billions of dollars spent every year on antidepressants and painkillers so that we can feel.
No.
We drive on the highway at death-defying speeds, risking our lives and everyone else's, and we do this so we can hurry up, get home, and have as much time left in our day to do. People can't walk fantasize about dancing. People who can't hear fantasize about listening to beautiful music or exchanging meaningful words. People who can't see are left only to imagine a sunrise, a sunset, a star-filled sky. But what do we, those of us who can walk, can hear, can see, what do we fantasize about doing? I mean, I get it. I get it. Long day, long week. You plop down on the couch, you fucking deserve it. I get it. And it feels good. It feels good to do nothing until it just doesn't. Because the whole time we were doing nothing, thinking it cost nothing to do nothing, we don't realize how much we're losing. Let me explain. There was a time when they were burning books to keep people from reading. Now our libraries are empty, our bookstores closing. There was a time where you would wait weeks for a beautiful handwritten letter, and now the postal services are closing because we've replaced pen, paper, and emotions with texts, tweets, and emojis. So many arguments because text has no emotion, and yet we're using it as a way of conveying emotion, and then we spend 20 minutes trying to come back from one sentence that we sent out because we were too lazy to call. There was a time where you'd be killed for believing in any God. And now the only time people seem to pray, prisons, hospitals, casinos. Making quick deals when all they really want is another dollar and another day to spend it. We live in a time that so many died to give us. And in this hard-fought time of our mothers and their mothers, in this hard-fought time we choose to do nothing. And I don't know, I can't help but wonder, how much longer can we get to a point before there's nothing left that we can do? How much longer can we continue to aspire for nothing before that's what we are? Lift the spirits, here we go, right? Nothing can work so beautifully if you just know how to use it. Hear me out, I'm gonna get philosophical. Come with me, we're going somewhere great. Thank you. And I'm here with you. If you claim to be nothing, within that moment you are allowing the possibility to be anything. If you claim to know nothing, then the book that represents your life still has empty pages to be written. See, in the beginning I asked, you ever come across somebody who thinks they know everything? Well, what do we know about someone who thinks they know everything? They can learn nothing. And luckily, you can teach them all about nothing. When I look out, I don't see 43 people. I see thousands. Your friends, your family, your neighbors, your coworkers, your classmates, the people we mentioned in the beginning. I see all those people because those are all the people who would see you. Those are all the people who would notice a dramatic change in you. Hopefully because of what you heard today. I don't presume to know how you spent last week. I don't make any assumptions on how you spent last night. That's not why I'm here. I'm not here to put you down. I'm here to lift you up. And I can't tell you where to go. I can only go to where you are and walk there with you. Right? I just want to summarize all this with a very simple message. That yesterday has nothing to do with tomorrow unless you want it to. You are not the accumulation of your yesterdays. You're the living potential of your tomorrows. Every day you're living into your future. And life is a lot like packing for a trip. You would not put clothes in your suitcase that don't fit you. You would not put clothes in your suitcase that don't flatter you, that don't accentuate you, that don't represent you well. And you wouldn't pack for something that you wouldn't feel comfortable with. But we do that every day. We assume that who we are and what we've done is constantly based on our past, and we see no opportunity to create a new future. You are not the accumulation of your yesterdays. You're the living potential of your tomorrows. You're everything you never said you couldn't be. Everything you never said you couldn't be. No one has ever insulted you more than you. No one has ever berated you more than you. No one has ever messed with your head more than you. As a matter of fact, when it comes down to it, this whole time, sorry to say, nothing has been standing in your way. Nothing has been stopping you. But now it's time for you to stop the nothing. Come up here and I say one word, and with one word, there's so much meaning. Words have power. Think about that in the way you communicate with others. Now, when these people, the ones I mentioned, hopefully, somehow, some way, in some small way, what you've heard tonight will affect the way you live. You can't unhear it, you can't unknow it. It's gone through your ears and now it's in your head. When they ask you, my God, you're so different. What did you do? What did it take? Where did you have to go? What did you have to buy? What did you get that allowed you to live so much better? When they ask you, what did it take? You can honestly tell them.